another Fun Fact Friday. It's actually Saturday today because I actually forgot to do this part of the Fun Fact Friday. So basically this week's fun fact is actually more of an experiment that I tried. So as you can see from the title, I actually tried going on a keto diet for 3 weeks. So the keto diet is a high-fat, low-carb diet where you get your body into a state of ketosis. So basically what that means is your body starts using your stored fat as energy as opposed to the carbs that we usually use for energy. So a quick little disclaimer, I know that I do not need to lose weight, and I'm not here to tell you that you need to lose weight. It's just simply an experiment. I haven't been eating the absolute best or treating my body the best lately, working on this business and finishing my last little bit of schooling and all of that. And I also am about to go on a vacation, so I just wanted to feel better about myself, if it's healthy, and what all the fuss is about. I'm not gonna lie, I did try keto one time before and it worked for a while, and if you don't stay on a keto diet, you probably will gain it back. I'm just being realistic with you guys. I did write down a few things because I didn't want to forget anything. So I did do keto for 3 weeks. I typically fluctuate in weight between 124 and 127. It's very normal to fluctuate between 5 pounds depending on your lifestyle, your stress level, even the seasons, anything like that is very typical to fluctuate in weight. So you'll see that my starting weight was 126, and that's, like I said, very typical for me. And at the end you'll be able to see what my results were, so stay tuned for that. I also tried a healthier keto, so what that means is you'll see a lot of people say, oh, I ate bacon all day long every day and I'm losing weight and yada yada yada, which you can, because it is obviously a large source of fat. But I did a healthier keto, so I used healthier fats like nuts and seeds and olive oil and coconut oil and things like that. So I did do a healthier keto. I also don't eat red meat or pork, so I didn't include anything like that. I also already eat a low-carb diet in general. I do have a sugar sensitivity, so I'm used to eating lower carbs as it is. So in this case, I didn't have any crazy symptoms like the keto flu that you can get when you first start keto. I personally didn't find it that difficult. The main thing I found difficult was ensuring that I did get enough fat every single day. You do have to eat an extreme amount of fat, and I don't know how realistic that is to do long term. I can definitely see that being an issue with somebody who wants to have a more long-term or plans to be on a diet for longer than 3 weeks. I can see that being an issue. I didn't actually track my calories or my macronutrients, which is your fats, carbs, and proteins every day for every meal, but I did initially find where the ratio was from the beginning, and then I just used that as a guideline throughout the 3 weeks because I'm not really a calorie counter or a macro counter. Some of you are, and that's great, and myself personally, I'm just not one of those people. I also didn't have any cravings until the very end, and I was craving some weird things that I typically don't even really eat in my diet. I don't know if that's really related or not, but I really didn't have any cravings, or people eating things that I couldn't eat didn't really bother me. But the problem with keto is you cannot cheat on this diet. You cannot have a cheat day, a cheat meal. You can't go over your carbs one time, or you can get out of ketosis and you won't lose weight that week, or you have to go back into ketosis and you risk having a keto flu again. So that's one reason that I'm not a super huge fan of keto. You have to really restrict yourself on maybe your favorite meals, or if you're going out with friends, you have to restrict yourself on what you eat or drink, things like that. But I definitely always found something that I could eat if we did go out for dinner. So that wasn't really too bad, but you can't just eat anything off the menu. You really have to think about what you're eating. And lastly, being on a keto diet claims that you will find so much more energy than you normally have, and I didn't necessarily find that true. In fact, I would almost say I had less energy, but that could also be many different factors. I am really working hard right now, so it could also be that, but I definitely didn't find an overly large amount of energy being on this diet. So I will stop chatting for a few minutes and I will let you see my results. Enjoy! Okay, so there you have it. Those were my keto results for 3 weeks. I also want to mention that I am only 5'2", so being 126 pounds to 122 pounds is healthy for me specifically. I am very short, so I just don't want anybody to think that that should be a specific goal weight for you. It all depends on your body shape and your height, and so I just don't want you to think that that should be a goal that you specifically should strive for. I wouldn't say that I necessarily recommend keto or are against keto. I think it serves its purpose. I think specific people would really respond well with keto. And if you do want to try it, I would say it would be relatively safe to try. Of course, always talk to a doctor if you have any issues, a naturopath, or even me, and find out if keto is a good fit for you. If you are interested in hearing more about my specific journey with keto, please stay tuned for the blog post coming next week on what I ate, how I got my macronutrients and calories, and my overall thoughts on the whole process and keto in general. I'll also explain a little bit more what keto is and all the terms that I used earlier in this video. So if you're interested in that, please find the blog post. It will probably be up on Tuesday instead of Wednesday next week because I will be going away on to Cuba. And there will not be a Fun Fact Friday, unfortunately, next week because I will be away at Cuba. So I hope you enjoyed this Fun Fact Saturday this week and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.